You will never believe how this Maine Coon cat behaved when his owners had a new baby. If you know anything about cats, you would be aware of the fact that even these adorable pets come in different shapes and sizes. Today we'll look at the story of an amazing cat who actually holds a place in the Guinness Book of World Records. That's right, Ludo the Maine Coon is supposedly the biggest cat on the planet. One would think that since Ludo is such a huge feline, he'd be intimidating, but that couldn't be further from the truth. This lovable furball has a human brother with whom he shares the most precious bond. Well, if you say you've seen a big cat, prepare to be blown away by Ludo. He's so huge that one would think he's a little abnormal. However, he belongs to one of the biggest cat breeds out there. Ludo is actually a Maine Coon cat that weighs around 34 pounds and is 45 inches long. He's owned by a loving couple named Kelsey and Matthew Gill. They take care of the big cat in their house located in Rye Hill, West Yorkshire. We usually associate large animals as being intimidating and ferocious. Most of the animals that rule the jungle are usually very large in size, but that's not the case for this Maine Coon cat. Ludo's actually a sweetheart who would never harm a living soul. He's a lovely cat. He's very friendly and affectionate, but some people who visit are scared of him as they're used to seeing dogs that size, not cats, explains his keeper Kelsey when asked to describe how he is. Ludo is commonly mistaken to be a fearsome cat. His owners are quick to note that he is not at all what he looks like. In fact, you'd be surprised to know that he really is a softie. His owner further explained how he behaves with them. Even though he's huge, he's so friendly and lovable. He'll often come over and lay on the bed or flop out on the floor to be stroked. Did his owners have any clue that Ludo would become this huge, enough to hold a world record? The owners revealed that even when Ludo was a kitten, he wasn't that little. When we bought Ludo, he was no bigger than any of the other kittens in his litter as Maine Coons are quite chunky, Kelsey admitted. She further explains that it's not troublesome to take care of him as many people speculate. She explains this by saying, although he's big, we're still able to pick him up and take him places if we want, but he is very heavy. As a family, we are often faced with the anxiety that our pet may not respond well when introduced to our kids. Children are way more vulnerable when it comes to spending time with animals. This was the same case for the Gill family when they wanted to add a new family member. Kelsey soon got pregnant and a healthy baby boy was born, and the couple decided to name him Ryder. It was fortunate for them as Ludo soon grew very fond of him and there was no problem at all. The Gill family was so pleased to learn that Ludo was absolutely amazed by Ryder. He was always spending time with the baby and never wanted to leave his side. Ludo was such a gentleman when it came to handling the baby. The couple explains that it was love at first sight when Ludo met the new baby Ryder. After their meeting, Ludo remained by Ryder's side as if he was ready to protect him at all costs. However, this behavior turned out to be unsurprising for the parents. It turns out this huge Maine Coon has always been very attached and devoted to the family since day one. Ludo had always been there for the family and had always loved the family with all his heart, according to the owner Gills. Even when Ludo was just a kitten, he was always very protective and loving towards his little brother Cameron. The cat would always walk with the boy and make sure he stayed out of trouble. He never left his side and made sure he was safe at all times. Since Ludo was very close to Cameron from the time he was just a toddler, it was inevitable that the two would remain very attached. The two would spend time together and there was very little time that they spent apart. Thick as thieves, Ludo's always at his side, Kelsey explains when talking about the relationship between her son Cameron and their cat Ludo. Ludo remains loving and nurturing to his brother till date and doesn't seem to stop loving him still. The family appreciated all the love that Ludo has showered upon their kids and are always happy to see their big brother is there for them. He's so gentle and he's a big softie. He's like a big teddy bear, very chilled personality. Kelsey explains in an interview where she talks about the kind of demeanor the big cat portrays around her kids. When Cameron was ill and weak, Ludo made sure he was there, never leaving his side till he regained his health and was up and running again. He's taken charge as the guardian angel for the two boys and maintains a very protective behavior towards Cameron and Ryder. He enjoys being nearby with both our boys. It's like he's watching out for them, explains their mother, who doesn't have a thing to complain about the cat's big brotherly persona. So it was basically Ludo and Cameron growing up together like real siblings. The two still share a very close bond even after their new brother came into the house. Well, if you think handling one huge cat would be burdensome enough, wait till you hear about their other two cats. Yes, the Gill family actually has more cats living in their house. They're proud owners of two other cats. So allow us to introduce you to their two felines, one being a 10-pound calico called Arwen. Arwen absolutely loves to snuggle up with anyone and often gets tongue baths from her elder brother Ludo. These cats are way too cute to handle sometimes. So what about the other cat, right? Well, the third is actually another Maine Coon cat who's not as big as Ludo but just as lovable. The smaller cat isn't especially small, Kelsey would kid. The third cat is Crumb, and as we've mentioned is of the Maine Coon cat breed. Even the cat's size is quite impressive when it comes to size and weight. He weighs about 14 pounds and is definitely not a tiny feline, but he's actually half the size of his brother Ludo. The main star of the house is, however, Ludo the cat. He's taken full charge as the guard and protector of the whole household. He enjoys making sure that nothing goes wrong and loves to maintain a house free of trouble and chaos. It's as though he's the warden of the whole house and takes care of all the others, including parents Kelsey and Matthew. Ryder's all grown up now and the amount of change that has happened is incomprehensible. So a lot of time has passed since Ryder came into the world. It's actually been over a year and a half since Ryder was born into the Gill family. However, the bond between Ludo and Ryder has remained very strong and might even be stronger than before. The Maine Coon enjoys playing around and being near Cameron and Ryder even after all this time. He always keeps an eye on them and plays with them responsibly. The parents have revealed that Ludo does enjoy being with their kids so much, and even claim Ludo's favorite thing in the world except eating is being around kids. It has reached a point where Ludo has become Ryder's official bodyguard. He's made sure that Ryder stays away from trouble and danger, and he'd always do whatever he can to keep a smile on his face. This big cat is truly the best cat one could ever ask for. He even babysits like a pro. Ludo always enjoys spending time with the boys. He just loves being around them and never complains or shows signs of discomfort. In fact, one of the things he enjoys most is to cuddle and rest with Ryder. This is one of those things Ludo looks forward to every day. Just look how precious they are. If you haven't heard about this breed of cats, allow us to tell you a little bit more. Maine Coons are regarded as one of the largest domestic felines in the whole world. The average cat is actually just half the size of most Maine Coons. If you like big pets, then these cats would be perfect. Even though they are huge in size and may seem unfriendly at a glance, they're often referred to as the gentle giants of the feline world. We can tell a lot from how Ludo behaves. To have a cat that is so dedicated and loving towards his family is something all pet lovers would look for. To top it all off, Ludo has proven time and time again that he's an effortless babysitter who could put many babysitters to shame. The Gills have revealed that they are indeed very lucky and grateful to have been blessed with such a valuable pet. They didn't expect to have been owners of the biggest cat in the world, but we're happy to see that it all turned out great. Ludo is truly a one-of-a-kind cat. We've had Maine Coons for a while, but never one this big. The other two Maine Coons that we have at the moment are much smaller than Ludo, and they're about 4 years old. Kelsey reveals as she talks about how surprised they were, just like everyone else, to see that the cat grew so big. However, his charming and caring personality has made him a very important part of the family. So the cat has taken such good care of the boy when they were both infants and toddlers. Ludo has been such an amazing elder brother to Cameron and Ryder that even the parents feel like he's their sibling. So we can pretty much guess that this amazing care that he's bestowed upon the boys wouldn't go unrequited. When the boys grow to be bigger and older, it's likely that they'll take care of their once big brother Ludo the cat with as much love and devotion as the cat treated them with.